Carl and Brendan here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. Hey, and it's reaction time. We're stepping back a little while, a couple of months ago, when Sebastian Bach, remember that guy? Pretty famous vocalist, most well known for singing in Skid Row. And I mean no illness when I say this. Once upon a time, a phenomenal singer. Not too sure about that these days, but I'd be fair, I haven't actually given this album any time. The album is Child Within the Man and is his latest solo work, and we're going to be checking out the song Hold On, in brackets, to the Dream. I will say I have very little faith in this being quality, but it might at least be enjoyable. That's just how, I don't know. I just don't look at Sebastian Bach and think relevancy. Do you know what I mean? Or importing or doing anything of note. I don't know if I'm just being mean there, and maybe I just need to be. I have my mind changed by this song.
I mean, I would say probably not, but it's different. It's going to be different for different people. Like, Sebastian Bach to me is a name of my youth and my childhood and my integration bands that got me into metal. Skid Row were a huge part of that, and a huge part of the reason I love Skid Row was because of Sebastian Bach and his singing and like everything like that. I do still listen to a lot of old school Skid Row these days. Like
For real?
Yeah, I still listen to Wasted Time and all that sort of stuff. I just get a little like need every now and then for like a track that I like from the past, and I wouldn't say a lot might be pushing it, but the occasional listen. And as we all do every now and then, sometimes like after I've listened to my 74th melodic death metal track in a row, I fancy a change, And then I thought this album was out, and I thought I ain't listened to anything from Sebastian Bach as a solo artist. I don't think ever is the truth. So I thought I'd give the album a crack. The album's called Child Within the Man, come out a couple of months ago, as you said, and give it a crack. And there are a lot of songs in it I'll never ever play again. I found them to be completely boring, but there are a couple on it that really gave me an old school kind of Skid Row vibe, and I really enjoyed it. And this is my favorite song on the album. I think it's very, very strong. I am not by any means just going to defend myself here saying that he's relevant.
Okay.
Just that I like this song.
Yeah,
I'm also
fair.
not saying that this video is good. I'm saying I like the song. And I'm also not saying that he could do this live. I don't know how much of the studio helps. That's the truth of it. I know like there's been rumors in the past that his voice doesn't quite cut it anymore. I listen to this song and I think like, shit, man, the dude can sing. I hope that it's the way that it is now, but I don't know. Is the truth? And maybe I'd go and see him live and be like, oh man, what the fuck? This dude's wrecked. It's like a taller Axl Rose. But as a song, I every now and then, or like I'm sure we all do. We have like little things that we slip into in other genres. For me, this is a banging hard rock song that screams old school Skid Row 80s kind of hard rock.
Which is a selling point for me, because I'm more than happy to enjoy that, and I do enjoy music like this. Obviously we never really do reactions based around videos, right? Because we don't always get videos. We're listening to bands who've got lyric videos and stuff like that. And a high bar was set for lyric videos a few years ago with Majesticast that everybody else pales in comparison these days. But so I am intrigued to kind of actually watch a video here that you're suggesting.
I feel like the fact that I feel like I just want to defend myself about this video, because I have watched the video. Obviously I've listened to the song quite a lot. It's in my top tracks of the year so far. But I watched the video once and I was like, oh. But it does also scream 80s, the video, I suppose, to a degree. So maybe that's relevant. But anyway, we'll see.
Well, because the lyrics are in the description and I won't be able to read them while watching the video. So I thought I'd quickly roll down, and they seem fairly standard, except for I can hardly breathe, the things you do to me, I can't believe. Ooh. I'll hear how he sings it though, and then it might be all right. Okay, Hold On to the Dream by Sebastian Bach. Let's do this in 3, 2, 1, go.
In my mind, I hold on to the dream.
The fuck is that?
That's what we'll be doing live when we go and see him.
from all this fighting. Hey, come together united. You son of a gun, looking out your window, coming against you. I'm talking your spit, running these belts all over us. Hey, say it out loud, bang your head against the wall for nothing. Stand your ground, stand for what you believe in. Please stand for peace and self-molding. Come back from above, class, no class, carpetbagger, you. Thinking you're so damn special, you. You son of a bitch, got the cash on the tin, you beggar. Hey, I'm not messing around, calling your shots all over town. Say it out loud, bang your head against the wall for nothing. Stand your ground, stand for what you believe in. Hold on to all those things about you. Hold on to the dream. Hold on to all those things about you. Hold on to the dream. Hold on, I can't live without you. Hold on to the
All right.
Finished.
Oh my fucking God. Right. I mean, I'm gonna start. I'm not gonna talk about the music to begin with. I'm gonna talk about couple of different things. First off, that might be one of the worst videos I've ever seen in my life. I mean, not in the sense that it's like I don't want to be mean to the people that made the video. I really don't, because I can see what like visually, like it's cool and all shit like that. But my God, what was the plan here? It's just a bad video. But a lot of it comes from Sebastian himself, who is doing the dumbest shit. Like, I don't even get it. Like, did
It
he
feels
think
like
he
they
had
just said to him,
move?
like, you just stand there and just jump around and shit, do stupid stuff, and we'll put like some backgrounds in behind you later.
It's really, I think it's embarrassing. I think parts of that video are actually embarrassing. Like because the worst thing is it's not even like going for like an old school cheesy 80s vibe. They've got all these modern effects and all these things like in styles and transitions and all that. So it kind of just looks fucking weird. I think that video is embarrassing, man. I think actually this song would benefit massively from just listening to and not watching the video. I think that totally makes a big difference.
Yeah, like I
Because
said, I watched this video once. If it wasn't for the fact that we're reacting on YouTube, I would have played it to you and not shown you that.
it would have been wise, because God, it was distracting. But then I ended up about halfway through just giving up and scrolling down because and then looking in the comments. All right, folks, right, this is totally unrelated, but I just got to say it. It's not Sebastian Bach versus Skid Row. You can like both. It's totally fucking fine. He's not been in Skid Row for a very long time. It's not like it's a new, fresh thing. So all the people go, oh, so much better than Skid Row, blah, blah, blah. Skid Row don't need you and stuff like that. Chill out, man. Enjoy Sebastian Bach, enjoy Skid Row, or don't enjoy one or the other. But man, oh man, those comments are filled with a lot of hate for Skid Row. And I don't get that thinking at all. And what I particularly don't get is because this is just an 80s hard rock metal song in the most basic bog standard, perfectly fine. If it was released 10 years ago, wouldn't have made any difference. If it was released next year, wouldn't make any difference. It's just an old school heavy metal track, hard rock, whatever you want to do, with strong riffs, decent drumming, and a talented vocalist who, like I said, I'm not going to make any like acetate. I don't think we can. I don't think it's fair for us to do that.
Yeah.
We can only judge on what we hear, and based on what I hear, he's still got it. He's still rocking it. Like, he's still sounding really, really strong and stuff like that, particularly in the chorus and elements like that. No slur on that at all, like, as far as vocals go. But if you want me to say, like, that's, oh, if you expected me to go, oh my God, that, like, there was nothing lighting any kind of fire in my arse of that. It's party playlist songs for a party where it's not metalers, basically, or like there's some people that like heavier music, or rockers, or older people and stuff like that. God, it sounds so mean because I'm fucking 40 myself in a like soon, so it's not like I'm a young man anymore either. Like, but like, the idea like this. God, I feel like you're playing this to, like, this is 60-year-olds to get up in the dance floor and go, yeah, this is my jam. Back when metal was cool, was good, and shit like that, and, or you know, like that side of things. I don't dislike it. Here's the thing, like, I don't dislike, because I don't think there's anything really to dislike aside from the bog standard nature of the whole thing. Because all the elements are perfectly fine with me, and I like this kind of music. I like at times to listen to some old school heavy metal and old school rock music that really does kind of just tick the boxes, as it were. And this is what this is. It's ticking the boxes. It's not offending me. It's not annoying me. Aside from the video, it's not it's not, but it's also not setting my world alight. Like, I will, truth be told, Brendan, I'm going to forget this track exists probably by tomorrow. Aside from the video, no, maybe it was better that I saw the video, because like whenever I see this or mention this track, I'm just going to remember that fucking video now. So maybe that was the goal, memorability.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do my utmost to remind you of it constantly. If you like, I'll send you an image, a still from the video every day for the rest of the year.
When he's doing that sort of stompy weird thing, which wasn't even in time with a fucking beat. That's what made that even madder.
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously I disagree with you. I'm not on the video at all. I mean, I made that clear at the beginning. You know, I also agree. You know, I agree with you 100% on the Skid Row comment and stuff. Like, I wasn't going into this with any kind of, oh look, fuck you, Skid Row. I was going into this because I love Skid Row from my past, and I love Sebastian Bach from my past. That's the reason I listened to this album and song. But for me, like, I mean, I agree with you. There's nothing in here that's going to set the world alight. But I don't get the, oh, this is music for old people kind of reference. You know, I guess if I was going to counter you on that, I would say this is music for rockers or metalheads that still know how to just have a bit of fun every now and then. It doesn't all have to be serious fucking, you know, like madly different variety, everything like that. It's okay to just have good songs.
Yep.
You know, and to me, it's a decent hard rock song. I think that's what I said at the beginning. You know, I think this for me was, and it still is now. Like, I do genuinely think this is one of the better songs I've listened to this year so far. Now, I would put some context on that, is that I have a playlist for the best songs so far this year, and about 73 songs on that so far. So I'm not picking this out and saying this is my top song or my top 5. I'm saying that within that 73, this is one of the ones that I've liked a lot this year so far. So, you know, context, obviously.
We can hold you to that at the end of the year when we do our top 10 tracks of the year video that we've done at the end of the year. And if this ends up in it, then we'll come back to that outrageous comment.
No, absolutely, yeah. If we do top 10 videos of the year, it won't make it. But I guess there is a nostalgia element to this to me. Absolutely there is. You know, I said at the beginning of it that I credit Skid Row and Lita Ford as the two core bands that turned me from a person listening to rock into a person listening to metal, like as a gateway sort of band into it. And I credit when you say, I don't know, because I can't actually, it's a good point. I can't actually do it. Name another band member. I think if I think really hard, I might get a guitarist, but name another band member of Skid Row back in the day. So obviously, nostalgia wise, I credit Sebastian Bach as being Skid Row, as we do with so many frontmen of so many bands. You know, the one that's in the press view all the time and the one that everyone's talking about is the one you end up remembering. So you know, it's sad to say, but you know, name a bassist or a drummer from a lot of your favorite bands, and you won't always be able to do it, you know. So there's a huge nostalgia element to it for me in wanting to listen to it, and then maybe there's a nostalgia element in me being relieved that he sounds good, and that the song's decent and I can get into it and all that sort of stuff. So maybe that's part of it for me. Maybe that's why I've enjoyed it so much more, where you don't have that same nostalgic connection potentially.
Oh, I definitely think that's a major part of it. While I grew up appreciating Skid Row and certainly the hits, the hits, this was coming from your music collection more than anything else. And I saw Skid Row without Sebastian Bach play in 2014 at Hellfest. And I remember just being, oh, that's fine. That was fine. And so on. Like, that's about the level it got for me.
Yeah.
I've never really had that much of an affinity aside from appreciating, his past vocals. And I certainly have not got, like you, probably more than you maybe, because I reckon you probably have come across some Sebastian Bach solo stuff, but you can't remember. I definitely have not saw or gone out of my way for it. So I don't really have that nostalgic feel. I don't rate Skid Row I don't. When I think of those big bands of that period, I see the likes of Motley Crue and stuff like that there, and then I've got that Skid Row under them, not through personal taste, but just how I viewed them, kind of thing. Particularly with Sebastian Bach and stuff like that. But I get what I do think I think you've got a very valid point when you say that it's just music when you that you remember to have a bit of fun to, kind of thing, like without having to think too deeply or go too much into the lyrical meaning or the tone of it, and find it mixing up genres, and there's going to be a halfway switch where it goes and becomes a post-hardcore song, but no, actually here's now a jazz section, but also ambient drone music and all that nonsense. I completely understand that the appeal of this is that it's just so simple, and I've nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's simple, easy to listen to, easy to get into. It's got some nice little flows with the lyrics. I like the whole say it out loud sort of gang vocally bit, and I learned a dance move in it.
Yeah, that was a shocker to start with. The fucking video is going to live long in the memory. You know what? Even if his voice isn't, and this is a lot of studio fuckery, his voice isn't that strong these days. You know what still is strong? His hair game. Still rocking good hair.
And that's bullshit, isn't it?
It is bullshit. All right, let's hold on to the dream by Sebastian Bach. What do you reckon on this one? Without comparing it to Skid Row, let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website, where reviews, news, and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at gbhbl. Just search for gbhbl and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.